Right here I have the lasting light from NEEWER. This is the HB60B model, a 60-watt portable light with a built-in battery. Let's start by unboxing it, and I also have two accessories for it that I'll show you as well. Inside the box we get this nice bag for storing and transporting the light. It looks quite nice and is really practical. And let's see what is inside of this bag. A warning not to disassemble it, an instruction manual, information about the app, a USB-C to USB-C cable, a mount for the light, and a reflector with a warning to remove the cover. This is exactly what the cone looks like right now. And here is the primary source of illumination, a compact yet incredibly powerful cube of light. Here we have the diode on the front. On the bottom of the device there is a screw hole for mounting it. We also have ventilation holes for cooling, a USB-C charging port, NFC connectivity, and both the display screen and controls located on the back, plus the specifications on the bottom. In the manual, it clearly says that we can download the complete manual from their website. So I will show you those interesting features from their website. It has a 3500 mAh battery, almost 45,000 lux maximum illuminance, 60 watts of power, and a color temperature range between 2700 and 6500 kelvins. This device weighs only 620 grams, and when using the battery, it delivers 38,000 lux per meter, and with 100 watt power delivery, it can reach nearly 45,000 lux per meter. We have a control panel on the back. It can also be controlled using the mobile app, 2.4G wireless control, and you can select the channel to control multiple lights at the same time. NFC connection, so you can connect to the light just by tapping it, and you can purchase additional accessories that are compatible with this light. And here we have the specifications: 60 watts of power in standard mode, 45 watts in eco mode. Input up to 20 volts, 5 amps, so 100 watts. I've already shown you the brightness before. Color temperature, brightness range. An important thing, color rendering index of 97 plus, so it's perfect for video making. Battery, 14.4 volts, 3500 milliamp hours, around 50 watt hours. So it gives us 50 minutes of work time in normal mode and 80 minutes in eco mode. It sounds really interesting, a really bright light. Let's just turn it on. Take a closer look at the user interface and connect the official mobile app to get started. On top we have the brightness. Along the bottom edge, we have the temperature. And here we have 12 built-in stands. We can easily switch between these modes using the knob on the right side. And with the knob on the left, you can simply adjust the brightness. Additionally, we have a QR code for the mobile app. We have the NEEWER app for phones and the NEEWER Pro app for tablets. So let's open this up. NEEWER Studio app, so it's the same app I already had installed because of the other NEEWER products. Let's try this NFC. I've just moved my phone right here and I am instantly and seamlessly connected to this light. So that's a really handy and useful feature with this NFC. And here we have even more options like brightness curves. You have a light source, source match, CTO and CTB, FX and FX speaker and FX music. So you get all the same professional features as in other lights. But you can also control them wirelessly through the mobile app. And now let's test the actual brightness first, just by turning the unit on and then using this handheld light meter to get a reading. I will now adjust the brightness to 100%. And this is the warmest light setting. And this is the coolest light setting. And if I shine it on myself, you can see it is incredibly bright. My room right now is an exceptionally bright room, but it still looks really bright even with my lights on. And by pressing this button, we can switch to eco mode, so it is using less power. This was the maximum brightness when using the battery and without the reflector. But let's put on this standard reflector. And now I will demonstrate for you the full maximum brightness of it still on battery. And now this is the full brightness output with the reflector attached while still running on battery power, and you can see it is definitely too bright for typical indoor use in a normal everyday situation. But let's take some measurements of the brightness using this light meter to see what the actual brightness levels are. First on battery without the reflector, then on battery with the reflector, and finally with the power delivery cable plugged in and active, both without the reflector and with the reflector. We will see those 4 values tested by me to check if they are similar to the declared values. Let's screw it onto this tripod that I showed in another video. Let's measure out a distance of 1 meter, and at 1 meter away from the light source, you will find this digital light meter. Let's turn off the other lights to measure only this one. Let's test the brightness. At full brightness, using the warm yellow light setting, we get 2100 lux. Now, let's switch it over to the cold white light setting, 3400 lux. And finally, let's see if it can be even brighter by using a combination of both light temperatures. Not really. With the cold light, it's almost at maximum brightness. So let's do all the tests with the cold light at maximum brightness. So on battery without the reflector, we have 3400 to 3500 lux. Let's mount the reflector and repeat this test. The maximum power on the cold light setting is 28,000 lux. I can actually show you by pressing the hold button. Maybe you can see it, 28,000 lux from 1 meter. And now let's connect a 100 watt power delivery USB-C charger and see if there will be any difference in brightness. Let's use the provided cable, which is quite long and comes in the box. It looks like a 3 meter long USB-C cable. The cable is connected. Let's see if there will be any difference in brightness. Let's start without the reflector. Full brightness 4100, so there is a difference. It's brighter. And now let's test with the reflector. And now let's test at full brightness. 32,500 lux. This is the impressive result I got with the reflector set at full power and the cable properly connected, so as you can see it's a really bright light. And on the warm light setting I measured a total of 20,500 lux, so it's a bit dimmer but still really bright for this size. Looking at the charger, I can see it's currently drawing 88 watts, so it's not quite the full 100 watts, but it is very close to it. Now, let's take a closer look at the various accessories that I received along with the device. Let's start with the smaller one, the CHB1. This is a Bowens Mount Adapter. We have an instruction manual in the box, and this is the adapter. And with this adapter, we can change this mini mount on the front to this bigger mount on the front, and we have a classic mount for light stands. So if you need a Bowens mount instead of this mini mount for the standard reflector, you can buy this and attach it, and now you can mount other accessories. And let's look at the second accessory. This is the NS68P softbox. We received the product in this nice box, and tucked away inside we find the softbox. We also have the included information. We have accessories. Let's assemble it. Like this, we have a classic white softbox, or if you prefer, you can mount this grid instead of this white diffuser. And located right on the back, we have this small detachable mini mount that can be removed, and I can easily mount this light right here. And now instead of the reflector, I can have a full-sized softbox instead. So depending on the specific situation you find yourself in, sometimes you might need a bright reflector, but other times a softbox is much more useful. For example, if I want to shine the light directly on my face, the softbox is much more useful than the standard reflector. So if you decide that you need a softbox, you can purchase a dedicated one for it, and then you can have a portable light with a softbox that is really bright for any situation. So it's a really interesting and versatile light. You can buy additional accessories for it. You can use it as a battery-powered device. You can use it as a USB-C powered device. You can control it through the mobile app. So it's a really interesting and nice device. And that's all for today. Like, subscribe, and be nice.